when I first ever saw this presentation done on stage, it literally changed everything. From that day forward, I built my business completely different. It is something that you never think of because it's just, you just don't dig into things like that. But once you do, and you're conscious of the people that you're talking to, it's life-changing, okay? And for me, I had never been in network marketing before. I'd never been in direct sales before. And when I joined my first business, I was very strong-headed. I was very strong-willed. I was a very strong recruiter. I was a very hard worker. I was the hardest working person on my team by far. And I always wondered when I would get somebody that was just like me. And that was so frustrating because it was like, you guys know that you want it, right? And so you're like, gosh, dang it. When am I going to get people that want it like I want it? And you can go into you can't want it more for them than they want it for them and all that. But there's a very simple answer to that. And that's just knowing their personalities. And their journey is going to be their journey and all of that. But for me, my sponsor, or, she was actually like 5 people above me. She said, I can't believe we were at an event and she was talking to somebody else. And because I had joined her business, she was able to promote to like the second highest status in that company. And she said, I am so happy that Amanda, came into my business. And she said, now I just need to find another Amanda. And she was talking about the fact that when she promoted to the next level, she would need, like, in order to promote to the next level, she would need another strong person. And my response was, I just want to find an Amanda. Just one, I want to duplicate myself, right? And now we focus on layered leadership and we try to do the best that we can. But I just kept being like, who can recruit 200 people? I want to find a Bree, And what was happening is I was shutting everybody off that was not just like me. And that was hindering me a lot quicker than if I would just learn about the other people. Like, I'm not the best, There are people that are going to build things in their own way and with their own methods and their own personalities. And once I learned that, my entire business shifted because I was able to start recruiting a plethora of people. And then I started seeing an entire garden in my back office, basically. So if you haven't seen, and there are tons of different kinds of personality tests, but this is the one that I love the most. And it centers on 4 colors. And I will give you the link, too, to take this to see what color that you are. But there is red, blue, yellow, and green. And the first personality is the red type personality. And that is someone that's strong, dominant, success-driven, money-motivated, goal-oriented, and will lose sleep to succeed. You can almost guarantee that most Black status presenters have a high count of red. There are other personality traits, but red personalities can be very demanding. They don't want the fluff. They want it done now. They know they can see the picture of exactly where they want to be, and no matter what it is that's in between them and there, they're going to do it. And so they are very task driven, and it doesn't matter what it takes, they're going to get there. They're competitive. They're winners. Those are your red personalities. Okay? Who would say that they're a red personality? The thing about, I would say that I'm a red personality as well. I might be 50-50 on another one. But the thing about this personality is that to some people, it can come off as bossy or as demanding, or that you're talking down to them. Because if somebody doesn't have this exact personality, they may not take that very well. So it doesn't necessarily, it's not a negative to you, and it's not necessarily a negative to everybody, but there are these things can be misconstrued. So you can look as if you don't care. You don't care who you step on to get to the top. I've heard things of that nature in this category, okay? And that's where other categories come in and fill that gap and all that good stuff. But that is the red type personality. Blues, they are your life of the party. Social butterflies, they know everybody. Their sales are typically easy because they are sharing instead of selling. So your blue personality people are going to be the ones that they love the party. They love hosting events at their house. When they're the type of person when You say that for Cinco de Mayo, you'd love to have a get together. They want it to be at their house, and they'll decorate the entire thing and have 16 flavors of salsa or whatever. That's your Blues. They are the people pleasers and the outgoing aspect in that area, and they will just pour over you. They make everything a big deal. Their at-home parties are like the biggest, craziest thing, and it's just like their events are over the top, right? Your yellow personalities are going to be your nurturers. They want to change lives. They're hug givers. They would give the shirt off their back anytime, any place. These are going to be your people that are very compassionate. They're very sensitive. They are emotional. They care a lot about their team. They care a lot about you. They think a lot about your needs or others' needs before their own. And the money doesn't really matter to them, okay? Your green personalities they have to have all of the answers. They research for hours. They will not try the product or the opportunity until they feel 100% ready. These are your compliance people. These are your policies and procedure knowers, right? That's who these people are. These are your ingredient knowers. These are your green personalities, okay? And so for me, I feel like I have shifted a little bit just because in business, and I think that we learn things, and that kind of shifts us a little bit. But definitely when I first ever took this, I would have said that I was a 90% red probably. And that's why I was so hardworking, and I was like, didn't sleep, and I was every minute of every day to get to the top, right? But I couldn't find people like that because not everybody is like that. And I was only focused on those people. So what was happening is if I was approaching a yellow personality and I was saying, you can make all this money, because that's what my focus was. You can win. You can be a winner. You can get to the top of the company and you can make all kinds of money. Well, she doesn't really care about that. So I've turned her off already, right? If I go to the blue status and I say the same exact thing, and they really are just out to have a good time, I make it look like I am just like a workaholic. And they're like, screw that, it's not fun. I want to have fun. Like, get out of my way. I got a party to get to, You can go work and I'll go play. That's your blue people, okay? The greens, I didn't give them enough information. Because for me, I'm like, I don't need all this stuff. I don't need all this stuff. I need you to tell me how to make money. Let's go do it. No. Your greens need to be like, okay, well, what's even in it before we even talk about anything else, before I put it on my face? What's in it? Where is this company from? Who owns it? Who can I talk to? What are the rules? And I didn't think I needed all that. I didn't think that I needed it. Like, I just didn't think of it like that. And so eventually I started realizing, once I took this test, that there's a way to talk to those people. And when you're blitzing, who blitzes? Okay, those hands are going to be a lot more by the time we're done today. But when you're blitzing, or even if you're blitzing online to someone and you're saying, have you heard of Unique? Have you heard of this product? Have you heard of this opportunity? Do you know they're going to tell you, without telling you, in about 10 seconds, what color they are? And once they do that, do you know what power you have? Because once you say to someone, let's say you're a yellow, and I say, have you heard of Unique? And you're like, no, what is it? And then I explain it to you. Let's say her response is, oh my gosh, my grandmother would love this because she's going through radiation and she doesn't have very many lashes. She's always trying different mascaras. She's a yellow. Okay, am I going to come back to her and say, no, who cares about your grandma? Let's make tons of money. No, right? Like, can you imagine if I had not thought, if I didn't know this is one of the most valuable things you'll ever learn in your business, honestly. So when she says that to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, yes, she will love it. She's giving me the answers that I need. And so I let her lead you, right? And I'm going to say, yeah, Your grandma's going to love it. So will everybody else that you share it with. Because you're going to be able to share this with everybody. And then that's going to connect with her. You could even say back, she's literally giving you personal information and allowing you to even build a relationship, which could even go further, right? And then you're connecting on a different level. Let's say Bree is a green personality. And I say, have you heard of Unique? She says, no, what is it? And I say, it's this 3D fiber lash mascara. You can make tons of money. And Bree comes back to me and says, what's in it? And I say, who cares what's in it? You can make tons of money. She's going to be like, no, that just turns people off. Same with the blue statuses, like I said. So what I want to do is I'm going to bring up a couple volunteers, and we're going to do a little exercise on this, okay? So who would volunteer that is a red? Who's a red personality that could volunteer? You right here in the black. What about a blue? Right here. A yellow? Right here. And a green. Let's get somebody in the back. Right there. Yes, nobody in the back raised their hand, so go ahead. Nobody wants to raise their hand for that one, but it's okay. I always thought I didn't need, that. I always thought the same thing. But then there was one person in my business that every time someone asks me a question about policies and procedures, I have no idea because I haven't read the entire thing thoroughly, I'll just be honest. I go and ask her. I'm like, hey, is this against compliance? Because somebody's telling me that it is. But that's not bad because we need greens. And that's what you'll realize after this is that we need every single personality to have a full circled business. Because while your greens are going to be looking things up and researching before they feel dedicated, they're also very knowledgeable. And for those of us that are just ready to get to the point and make some money, we might skip a little bit of information sometimes, and it's nice to have that relationship, right? Your greens are going to feel that way about reds. When they recruit a red into their business, they're going to think, you know what? While I'm busy researching, could you imagine if you had a team of 10 greens? They're all spending their time researching. No, they want to know this so that they can recruit some reds. They want to recruit some yellows because it's going to keep them humble and keep their team humble. They want to recruit some blues because of the party sales, right? Okay, let's go. Come on over. Okay, so I'm gonna have you say your name and what color you are and where you're from.
Hi, I'm Sarah Kramer. I am green, and I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
Alrighty, and what about you?
My name's Destiny Knapp, and I'm blue, and I'm from San Francisco, California.
My name's Christina. I'm from Palm Springs, California, and I'm a red. My name is Natalie Moraga, and I'm from San Diego, California, and I am a yellow.
I did this activity at my Indianapolis training, and there was an elite green there, and she said, my name is Melina, and I'm a red, and I'm a future black status presenter. I was like, you are a red. Indeed, you are. So, okay. We are going to pretend that wherever, do you blitz in public, or do you do most of your business online?
Almost exclusively online.
Well, today we're going to do it in person. Okay? Is that okay? Okay. Because I'm going to tell you, I'll be honest with you, and you can ask Bree, I share with her very candidly that that's the biggest thing I need to focus on and work on is doing things in person because I'm the same way. So you're going to pretend like you meet Destiny at the grocery or wherever, post office, and you are going to have a Blitz card. Does anybody have a Blitz card? Oh, you guys are so awesome. Yes, that is a fabulous question. She said, can you tell us what blitzing means? I'm very sorry that I didn't explain that. Blitzing, you can look up the definition of blitzing too, and it kind of will give you a little oversight. But blitzing in this area of expertise, these cards right here, it's when you physically just ask a stranger or anyone if they've heard of the opportunity. And you're going to have this, and you can get these in your back office. And you're just basically, if you're in the post office, at the gas station, and that's when you would approach somebody, That's called blitzing. You're blitzing them. So if you say, hey, have you heard of Unique? Have you heard of do you see my one eye that like Bree does with the one eye done? That's blitzing them. Okay? All right. So this is your blitz card. And you are just basically going to approach her as you would. And you're going to ask her basically whatever you normally would, but have you heard of Unique? Whatever. And then you would just respond exactly how you would normally respond, okay? Don't worry about everybody out there, okay?
Amanda, I can't stop looking at your lashes. Oh my gosh, your lashes are so long. Are you wearing that 3D fiber lash mascara? Oh my goodness. Have you heard of Unique 3D fiber lash mascara before? Oh gosh. Well, it's this awesome mascara and it's 100% natural, so it's not damaging to your lashes. And you put it on just like regular mascara, and it gives you the look and the length of false lashes without all the glues or adhesives. Would you like some more information? Sure. Great. You know, I happen to have some with me. Can I show you how I put it on? See how I have one eye done? You see the difference? My short little stubbies, my bam lashes. I understand. I was the same way too. I like to know everything about it myself. I happen to have some with me. Would you like to take one to try? Would you like to buy one? It's $29 plus tax. Great. Do you want to?
Awesome. Let's give a round of applause. Yes, definitely. So what personality traits did you notice? Yes. The biggest thing I noticed is that greens tend to say too much. Yes, and that's not a terrible thing because you have the knowledge. You just have to know when to use it. You know what I mean? When to shut up, she said. Because imagine her as a blue. Generally, she's ready to go. She's rambunctious. Like, don't say too much. I'm going to be ready to go. You know what I mean? You're boring me kind of thing. And so also, nobody needs to know all of that. Green or not green, nobody needs to know everything, right? Literally say, do you see this? Do you want this? Okay, have the Blitz card, have it there. The biggest thing about the Blitz card is that it's going to say the price right there. It's got the a photo, and then it's going to ask, you want it for free? Ask me how. Generally, or if it said host a party. Do our new ones say host a party? I hope they do. Yes, can I see the new one, please? Just because I want to see if it says host a party. Okay. Well, I wish they did for this example. I think we've had either someone has created one or I've seen one that says host a party. Generally, when a blue personality would see host a party and earn this for free, they would say, I can host a party? I can do a party with this? And then there you go. You know that they're a blue. And you can, because that allows you to stop it right there. You don't need to go any further with them. You say, yep, let's host a party. I'm going to set it up for you right now. That's it. Okay? And the same like with the red, which we'll get to later, exactly the trigger points for that. But I'm going to have you step to the side. I'm going to have somebody blitz you in just a second. So I don't want you to sit down. Just
feel like I'm doing it wrong.
There's no wrong way to blitz, really. The only thing that you could you're doing it wrong if you're not blitzing. I do it wrong. I don't blitz as much as I should, okay? So there's really no wrong way. The key is to just learn about the people that you're talking to. Get the trigger points down so that let them feed you. They're going to spoon feed you guys. Learn how to read people. Yes, that's what this is all about. Because once you can do that, you know exactly how to come back, and you're just cutting to the chase. Do you know how much more time you'd have? How much more time would she have blitzing if she cut 3/4 of that out? Listen for her to come back with exactly what she wants. Sign her up, get her going, get her hosting a party, on to the next person. because you could do 3 more people in that amount of time, right? Okay. So now we have our blue, and you are going to blitz our red. Okay.
Your mascara is so awesome. Are you wearing the Unique 3D Fiber Lash Mascara? No. Okay. Well, I'm going to show you. I'm wearing it on one eye. Do you see the difference? Okay. So basically what you want to do is you want to try this product out. You're going to benefit from it because you like mascara, right? Okay, perfect. So I have some on me to sell. It's $29. I'll send you home with one. You let me know how it is, and we'll connect on Facebook too. So do you have Facebook? Perfect. Go ahead and add yourself. Awesome. Thank you. And I'll add you to my secret group, and you can enter raffles and all sorts of things on there. But let me know how you like that. Okay? Perfect.
Okay, what personality traits did we see? Blue. Yes. What were some things that she said? Raffles. Okay, let's connect on Facebook. Yes, things like that. Generally, you would also have heard you could host parties. You can, generally those are the trigger things you'd hear. And obviously, I always just give these little cues up here because we're not in everyday life, and they do have 300 people watching them, so I'm going to cut them a little bit slack. Generally, what our red would say would be and I was thinking this as soon as she said $29, that she would respond with, "It's $29. How much of that are you making? How much of that is yours? How much money can you make with this? Can I sell this? Because if you can sell this, I can sell this." And so that would be when you are blitzing someone, and that's the response. You know that you can say, "This is going to be someone that's ready to sign up right now," and you can pull up the opportunity, get them signed up. Don't go into the product overboard. Don't go into a lot of fluff. Cut to the chase. Get them signed up as a presenter, and move on. Okay? All right. Thank you. Let's all give them a hand too. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's go this way. Okay, I'm going to have you are red. Blitz Natalie are yellow. This is a good one. Ready? You're not ready? Okay. Do you want to do it still? Okay.
Hi, have you heard of our Unique 3D Fiber Lash Mascara? No. Can I give you my Blitz card? Do you see the difference in my lashes? One's really long and one's really short. Here. Yeah, it's phenomenal. You really need to try it. There's my information. You can log on to my website and get a chance. Or I have some with me. They 550 on shipping. Okay, well, let me know. My information's on the card. And I always have it on me if you want to save it.
Definitely this. I've never even thought to say the saving on shipping, but that's the money word. That's what we do, right? We're like, let's give them some numbers. Let's make it easy for them. It's about the money. And then generally your yellow would come back with not even anyone about herself. "Oh, so-and-so would love this." They automatically think of somebody other than themselves. And then even if she were to say, "You can make so much money with this," the yellow would generally come back with, "My sister-in-law is looking for a job," or, things like that. It's just always the next person she's looking out. And then, so let's give them a round of applause for sure. And then we will have, I'll let you keep that. We will have Natalie, our yellow, Blitz, Sarah, our green. Okay?
Hi, have you I love your lashes. Are they 3D fiber? Wow, they look so long. I actually sell mascara. I have it's a unique 3D fiber mascara, and look at the difference in my lashes. How long it makes it. So if your lashes can do that with that mascara, imagine your lashes. It'll throw this one out of the park. Really. There's actually green tea fibers, and so yeah, you put the gel on, and then put the gel. It's with the gel, yeah. You put the gel and then the fibers, and then you put the gel back on to seal it in. Yeah. You just wash it off with face wash, soap and water. Yeah. We also have Shine wipes that you can wash it off with, and it takes it right off. We have a whole line of products. Yeah, something you should be interested in. Here, let me give you my card. Take a look at it. Let me know if you have any questions. I actually have some on sale on hand with me right now. So yeah, the website's right on there, and go ahead and look at it. And if you want to try it right now, I can. I have one with me. It's $29. You save on shipping, and that'll really help you out too. And then, yeah, my phone number is right there. Yeah.
Take a look at it, and I'll let you know.
Okay, great. Well, let me know if you have any questions. What is your name again? I'm sorry. I'm Natalie. Nice to meet you. Do you have Facebook or anything?
Yeah.
Okay, let me add you on Facebook, and then you can see I post all sorts of crazy pictures all the time. So let's connect on Facebook here.
Good job. Good job. And definitely the yellow, the nice to meet you, those nurturing things, even those are trigger words, you know. One thing I love that she said that really doesn't have anything to do with personalities, I sell mascara. Because I can't tell you how many times that we're talking to people and we don't just give them that information out there like that. So I was like, when she said that, I was like, that's good. That's good stuff right there. Because she's like, I sell mascara. Because that's what we do, right? And that is very pivotal. So, but then the green, obviously, what are you doing? How do you get it off? What is it that's sticking? What is it that's in it? So, right. She said, that's totally what I would say too. Perfect. And what, for us cut to the chase people, we're like, you can find that information on the website because we're not fluffers. We don't have the time. Right. And because we don't know really what all is in it. We don't know. We don't care. Before I ever took this, if someone asked me what all's in it, I would say, I don't know, but it can make you $7.25 profit every time you sell one. I mean, that's just what be going through my mind, right? $7.25. There you go. Who cares what's in it? It works. It works every single time. We just saw this morning, 90% of people get results on the first try. So let's put it on you. You know what I mean? And so when they are going to start asking you, and a lot of times greens will come back and say, well, when you ask about the opportunity, what's the compensation plan like? How much are you paid on your fourth level? Those are answers that I know, but let's give them the information. Greens are somebody that you want to either have pamphlet with you or a catalog or a PDF file that you can send them, something. And I'm being serious, right? If you had, she said, ask my sponsor, literally. If you had asked her all of those questions and she offered to send you a PDF file with everything that you needed, that sounds redundant and it sounds like overboard, right? But you would not believe the amount of greens that will tell you that I have a green on my team. I love her to pieces and I'm going to call her out. Her name is Chelsea Kenyon. She's an awesome orange elite on my team. And I love her to pieces and I'm able to be very candid with her. And so when she comes to me and she's like, hey, will you look this over for me? I without even looking, I know I'm going to tell her it's too much info because she's just so ready to give you all the knowledge that she has. And she will tell you that she researched this company for so very long before she decided to join. You can't push people like that because knowing who Derek and Melanie are and where they're from, and even if she knew their 5 jobs before this, I don't know that she knows that extensive, but that's important to her. And that's why this is so important because even if she knows every single ingredient and how to spell them all, it's important to her, right? Because once they are finally ready, they go crazy because they're confident. They needed all that information to be confident about this. And so they have the knowledge and they will teach you. They will teach you things. They will teach your team things. They keep people in line. Okay? Your yellows, you need them because they are going to keep you grounded. They are going to teach you things that you did not know. They're going to teach you things about how loving this community is. They're going to join your business for the sisterhood. They want to be a part of the Y family so bad, they can't even handle it. They are loyal to this room and this team and this group of women more than anybody in this business. and you can count on them for anything. They would give you the shirt off their back. And so they're never going anywhere. Do you know how much you need people like that in your business that are loyal to your team? You can trust them with everything. Your blues, they keep you happy. They keep your team happy. They have high PRS. You know, they have, of course, that's what I say because I'm a red, right? But they, duh, but they are your partiers. They have the tips like you would not believe because they have the perfect wording. When they post their party tips in your group goes nuts. And then your greens copy and paste like what they've said and use it, or your yellows. Because it's like it's there and it's perfect and they don't want to like duplicate that, right? They make sure it's not against compliance first and then they use it. Okay? And then, but you need people like that. You need the blues. You need the partiers. Your reds, your reds are going to be 20% of your business, but they're going to do 80% of your volume. Okay? You do need those heavy hitters. You have to know how to approach people like that. You have to know that when there's money, and we're talking about money, let's do that. Let's talk about that. Do you guys all think that now you can sort those in to four different categories and that your recruiting will reflect that? Can you think of, out of the last 5 people that you approached with this, how many of them, based on their responses, do you think you would have approached back differently? Can somebody answer me on that? How many let's think of the last 5 people that you approached with this opportunity. How many of them think of their response back to you? How many of you would have answered back differently? Right. But you didn't know. Now you know, right? But if you didn't know that, and I definitely come from a place of not knowing that, for sure. Now that I do, I'm an overanalyzer anyways in my everyday life, but they make it easy. Find the trigger words and just listen. Listen. Even if you are a green, it's hard to not want to say everything, but you have to listen. You have to listen to what they want, and they'll tell you. Okay? Let's give it up for our help. Yes, ma'am. Yes, thank you for bringing that up. Bree said, make sure that when you talk about blitzing, that you tell them no matter what and no matter what personality they are, they always drop in the opportunity. And that is something that is very, very important because, and this is something that I do in every conversation that I have, even when I coach softball for my girls, and even if I'm out on the ball field and someone asks me about my job, and I notice that Nathaniel does this exact same thing, we both just slip it in there I do it without even thinking now. It's just kind of like part of what I do. But if I'm talking about the product, and that's the only thing that we've even talked about, I say, yeah, this is like my only income. This is what we do. This is our full-time job, and I actually can sign people up to do this or something along those lines. You know, I have prisoners in Australia, or even because if it's somebody that's not local to you or whatever, and you're selling them a mascara as a customer, how many of you have had a customer purchase from a different country, but you're still scared to recruit somebody from another country? Okay. Do you know that if you were still planting that seed, little seeds like that, let them know that for me, I just went to a Nashville training a couple weeks ago. Not a single person in the room was on my team. And Ella was there, and she's like introducing me, and she's like, let's have Amanda's team stand up. And nobody stood up. I said, oh, wait, I was going to tell you. I actually did mean to tell her because when she introduced Kanisha or Tanya before that, they had a team stand up. And I was like, oh, God, she's going to do that to me. And no one's going to stand up. But then I was like, no, I embrace that. I embrace that because my back door can be for somebody else. My back door is too small to focus on right now. I want to focus on the world. So that's what I do, you know? And when you look at things like that, when you're talking to somebody in the UK about the mascara, if you're not slipping in that you have teammates in the UK, and if you don't, talk about your upline. Oh, girl, my upline, we train in our group people from the UK because it slips it in there, and then they know. And even little little hints in your everyday life of people that just wouldn't know otherwise. Do you know how many people have no idea what network marketing even is? They have no clue. I can't tell you the amount of times that people have purchased from somebody else's website because they just had no clue that they had to go to your website so that you made the money. And so they just don't know. It's not your job to educate them necessarily, but at least slip it in there. That way they know. Because you never know if 3 months down the road, that person is going to be on hard times and needing this more than anything. And I always say, like, this for all of us, it just fell into our lap. You have to be the falling into someone's lap. And so if you aren't planting the seed, you're not falling into their lap. And somebody's going to, like Bree said, I use that all the time. I even say to my party hosts, like, when we're in the middle of a 10-day party and the sales are at $700, I'm like, look, okay, you can either keep making money. I can either keep making money off your friends, or we can flip this and you can make money off your friends. Which one? Which one would you like to do? Of course, they want to make the money off their friends. So if you're not giving them that little bit of information, then someone's going to. And there's going to be a moment. It may not be network marketing that the person ends up doing, but there's always that moment of, this is not cutting it. This is not enough. I need more than this. I'm struggling. You know how many women go to bed at night and they pray before they go to bed that the electricity does not get shut off tomorrow? So if you had planted the seed the week before that, the last thing she's going to think is, maybe I should call that girl tomorrow so that I could make extra money from home. You know what I mean? Okay. I'm going to introduce someone now that we kind of already talked about earlier. I know everyone in here